Hi, this is Diane with Bolan-Beaty Boogie. This week Marc brings in his second co-host, his good friend David Bowie. Um, David's energy is not always around me, but it's very close to me because of his connection with Marc, and they are such good friends. And so it's always wonderful to have David come visit us. It sounds like he's taking a little bit of a break, so he had some time to do this today. And I do get to channel him through my body today, which I've done before, but doesn't happen very often. So that's always a wonderful experience. I just want to remind everybody that Marc and I do have a blog. It's called www.channelingmarc.com. So check in there because we have a lot of wonderful voyages, interviews, a lot of information on our website. So feel free to go over there and check that out. Marc does do a little bit of light language at the end of today's show, a little different than last week, but he said it might be something that he does more often, if not every week. So I'm not sure what he's going to decide about that, but I hope you enjoy the show. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. This is Marc. I'm here. Yep. Yeah, it was pretty easy to come in today. Yeah, Diane's a little stiff. I'll just loosen her up a bit. Okay, well, welcome to the show, everyone. Yeah, what? Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I'll mention that later. Yeah, we're not going to be here next week. Okay, I mentioned it now. Right. Okay, welcome, everyone. My name is Marc. As I've said, you may have known me, or you may know me as Marc Bolan from the rock band T-Rex. Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a whole other life ago. Right. Yeah, Diane and I were talking about that, actually. Yeah, because... Yeah, she was asking me about, okay, well, how much do I really tune into who I was as Marc, okay? And just in general, when you get back to spirit, you've got a lot of past lives, yeah, on your resume, if you'd like to call it that, on your Vita. Right. So it's like, how often do you really think about them? And not that much, actually. It may sound amazing, but it's true. I don't really tap into Marc very much because, she was saying, well, could you give me an example? And I said, okay, well, how often do you think about when you were 15 or 20, right? Do you really dwell on those times? Can you think about day-to-day events that happened or what you were doing? No, it's kind of a blur, isn't it? Right. It seems, yeah, that's it. And Diane said, yeah, that seems like a whole other lifetime ago. Yeah, I won't mention her age, but yep. So yeah, So yeah, obviously depending on how old you are now. But yeah, so it's like, no, I don't really think about having been Marc very often. When I'm connecting with those on Earth, I do more. And right now I am coming through as Marc Bolan. So I am actually, yeah, of course I'm tapping into Marc there. But in my day-to-day spirit life, no. Well, yeah, that's it. I do things that I still enjoy doing things that I love doing as Marc, okay? And yes, there is music in spirit. There are books. They're not in a paper 3D form. Dimensional form. No. There are movies. So there are very similar things that you have on Earth, and to an umpteenth degree, actually. So they're going to be even more vivid, more varied, more extreme, and a really far out way. Yep. When you get back to spirit, okay. So yeah, I still enjoy doing this. I like to travel actually more than I did as Marc. Yep. I like. I wouldn't say. I did like to spend time alone when I was Marc. But I enjoyed being with my friends too. So, and that's the same now. I probably spend more time alone than as I did as Marc. Yep, yep, yep. But being creative is the most important thing. New and exciting situations, events, places. Okay, so that's all very important. It's also extremely important for me to still connect with all of you, right? What? Yeah, I've got my studio friends and audience here, so that's who I am bouncing these ideas off of. Why? Okay, why? They're asking why can I? Well, you guys know. Okay, but yeah. Why am I still connecting to the earth? Okay, well, one, Diane and I planned this before we had our physical lives. Okay, so even before I came down as Marc. Yes, we planned this in spirit that we were going to be working together. The number one reason is to just remind everyone, okay? Yeah, remind everybody that you are spirit as well, okay? That there is a spirit life after the one that you are living now. That you can use that life, you can use your spirit access, spirit self to access information. Okay, so you're not alone for one, and you have the ability to do it, and you have self-awareness that will help with your self-awareness and who you are, right? And that your possibilities are unlimited. Okay, unlimited. Right. And so, and you have, that's it. And you also have your spirit family, friends, soul group, okay? And your guides, of course. Yep. So, yes, you can call upon them. Guides cannot, I'm sure we've talked about this before, guides cannot do things for you, right? So if you ask your guides, okay, well, I want to really change my life and I want a expensive car or a better job, they will do what they can, depending on what you have agreed with them, okay? But they cannot actually do it for you, right? So, they can assist you, they can help you create different things in your life, but they will not do it for you. No. Yeah, and that's another thing, okay? Diane and I talk about this a lot too. People are always making predictions. People, well, yeah, everyone. And it's fun. Psychics, do it all the time. But your guides are going to be very hesitant, if at all, willing to tell you what's going to happen. Okay? If you do have, I would check in if you do have somebody telling you, okay, well, this is going to happen, I mean, it's fun to predict the future, right? But there are so many variables, so many options. So it's one of those really gray areas. No, I won't. No. Tell Diane what could happen. No. I mean, we talk about possibilities sometimes, and I will give her not much. Yep. You always have options, okay? So that's another thing that's important. If you ever feel at any time that you have no options in your life, please rethink that, because no, you have so many options, okay? Now, opening up to whatever options you might have is something else. Is something else, and that might be the tricky part, right? Because you may have had people or institutions saying that no, this is all you can do. This is all you have no other options. Based on who we think you are, that's it. You're stuck, right? And so it's important, if you hear these type of things, to think twice, to question it, right? Because you have so many options, right. Well, Diane's kicking in, saying she hears that a lot from people, that they have no other choice. This is it. This is it. I had no choice but to do it. I was left with no other choice. And well, it's one of those things we'll say, well, might it be better to say, I had other options, but I decided to go this way, right? And that's more powerful, actually. Because, it's a different energy. If you say, I was forced to do it. I had absolutely no other options. Okay. Yeah. When you hear something like that, what does the energy feel like? Versus, I had a lot of options, but I chose to do this particular thing. Right. So it gives you a sense of much more powerful energy within yourself. Yeah, you've chosen to do it. You've chosen to do it. Maybe it was something you felt, not maybe 100% about, but you did it. You did it. You chose to do it. Okay, you chose to do it. You weren't. Yeah. So that's always something to think about too, right? Yeah. Well, we do talk about this a lot because it's important, because your thoughts are who you are. Your thoughts make up your life and everything around you, right? Right. Your decisions have done this. So it's important to think about them and think, okay, well, how did I get to where I am? And if I don't like it, how do I change? Right? How do I change my circumstances? How do I change who I am? Well, it's not easy. It's not easy to change who you are. Or if you're in something that's not suiting you well, if it's not making you happy, a situation, a relationship, a job, whatever. It's not always easy. Sometimes it is, but it's not always easy to make important changes in your life. But you have to start somewhere in order to do it. Right. Or you stay where you are. Okay. Yeah, that's just a little spirit. Spirit / human talk. No, they're saying not really. Okay, well, let's get on with the show then, okay? What? Oh, I might do some light language later. They're saying, we did light language last week, and I brought in healing. But we might do something a little bit different later on in the show, okay? Okay. Yep. Well, we've got another co-host this week. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's bring him in. Yeah, well, you're all familiar with them. Yeah, okay, so we had a co-host a couple of weeks ago, Zelka, and she is a great dear friend of Diane and myself. And mentor? Not really a mentor, but she's a very, very ancient spirit, soul, very wise, very learned, very wise. And so we go to her often and just talk really, and bounce ideas. And she's very versed in ancient history of all different species, subjects, races, human, non-human, interdimensional. So we have some wonderful conversations with her. That's it too. How races died out, and key figures in all types of different histories. Right. I do like history. Diane likes. We like history. Okay. So Zelka was our co-host, and yes, co-host. One of the benefits of being a co-host is you can invite somebody else on the show. Okay. So we've got our co-host coming in. Okay. Where are you? He's not here yet. Nope. Okay. Where are you? Late. Okay, wait. Oh, some trumpets are sounding. Oh, what an entrance. Okay, yep. Louder and louder. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, that was an entrance. Did you have to be so loud? No, okay, here he is. Welcome. Okay, here's my good friend David Bowie. Right? David's agreed to be a co-host on the show for this week. Thank you for coming, David. Yeah, okay, so, this is going to be interesting. Now, we'll see. We have had David channel through Diane before, and we'll see if you guys can do that. If not, David is just going to sit here to my left, and I am going to translate what you're saying. So, well, what's he... Okay, somebody's asking me, what does David look like? Okay, well, right now he's looking like David Bowie did on the physical. Yep. Okay, now if I want to change to my spirit eyes, what do you look like? Okay. Yeah, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Okay. No, he wants to appear as David. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so he's saying that he wants to appear as David Bowie in his physical life, and that will enable the audience to be able to pick up on his energy a little bit better. Right. So if you envision David sitting to my left right here, and you don't care, is it better for them to picture you in a certain character that you did? The thin white guy? Was that what? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. What? Yeah, okay. So let's go on. Okay, so what have you been doing, David? Okay, well that's odd for you. Okay. Well, David said he's actually taking a little bit of a break. And if you listen to the show here, we often talk about, you're always busy. I was just on a trip with you not too long ago, right? Okay, so he said he's resting up just a little bit. And then he's off on some new adventures, right? And it's still involving all his communications, right? But he's saying he had time to stop by today and be on the show. Right. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, let's see if we can get call in some energies from some of your fans, right? And ask them if they have any questions to ask you. Okay. Let's see if we got that. Oh, yeah. And David, if you want to invite a guest, you can do that because you're the co-host this week. Okay. Yeah, he's still thinking about that one. Okay. So okay, so somebody's asking, okay, what was our relationship really like? Okay, when we were physical together. It had its ups and downs. Okay. And is it different now? Yes, it is much, much different now. Well, the core, we never doubted that we were good friends, right? And we really, there was competition, okay? There was competition. And there's no competition now. When we were physical, there was competition from everybody around us, though. So it's not just David and myself, it wasn't just David and myself. When you're in the music business, that's your life, okay? That's your life. You have to, in order to survive in that business, you're going to have some hits, and you're going to have to keep having the hits, because if you don't have the hits, you're going to get forgotten really fast, and the label's going to drop you, right? And we started with nothing, right? Which everyone knows. And it was also wanting to be different than everyone else out there, right? And you had to, and you could either invent the being different, right? Or you could really present who you are, who was different. Yeah. And so, I would say that I actually was more true to who I was. And you did I would think, my opinion is that you did some inventions to be different. What do you think of that? He's saying it's kind of, he's a little, he's saying there's some truth to that, but he's saying he feels that that's true with me too. But so it's really interesting being a creative human on the earth, right? You either flaunt it or cover it up, or it's hard when you really have a lot that you want to get out, a lot that you want to share, and it's not always quote unquote normal, right, David? Right. And he's saying, he's agreeing, okay? Back when we're doing music. Well, in the 70s, things were, it was great music. It was great music. I love the music from the 70s. Okay? And late 60s, okay? More when we started. With David and myself, then the whole glam thing started, right? Yep. I did. But, okay, I did. Right. So, it was trying to fit in a way, in a certain, so we had to fit in in some way, right, David? Right. In order to get our music out. So but we had to also, or we wanted to present ourselves as different than others. And we were different than others. And everyone's different than everyone else. But we really feel we had something different to offer, right? So, okay, we're agreeing on that. Okay. And then there's of course different phases that you go through as a creative person, right? Right. You don't stay the same, and none of us stay the same. Okay, none of us stay the same. And David had obviously very different phases. Now I did too, and if I had stayed around longer, you would have seen more of that. You would have definitely seen more of that. Yeah, and well, yeah. What? Yeah, I mean, some people did say that when I was putting out music, that it's not changing, it's not different. But I don't agree with that, and I still don't. I didn't agree with it then. It just wasn't that I wasn't doing what they wanted me to, right? Yeah. So they were, yeah. And David's saying he really feels that that you tried a lot of different types of music, right? You tried a lot of different personalities, but like we've talked to you on the show about, I mean, you had a very theatrical, love for the theatrical life, right. So yeah, you were, mime, right. And so you wanted to combine all that. But he's saying, there were some characters, and okay, so you had some different characters. Somebody's asking here, did you feel like, was that something really deep within you, or was it just something that you felt you needed to do to kind of attract a different audience? Okay, so he's saying, yeah, a little, yeah. He wanted to change. He wanted to do different things, but he also, and that's true. In the back of your mind, you're thinking, but I have to be able to, especially back then, you couldn't get too off the deep end because you needed to keep the record label. Yeah. So right. So yeah, you had your ups and downs with that, right? Yeah. And you got really kind of fed up with having to dress up so much, right? You liked to be creative, but it did get to be a lot of work sometimes, right? To stay in certain characters, right? I considered Marc Bolan a fabrication. Of course I did. The rock star Marc Bolan, even though that's who I really felt at times I was, but I was still just, Marc Bolan was, it was a personality. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you have to kind of watch out that the personality doesn't consume who you are. Right, which I know a lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people have had trouble with that, because you like the lifestyle. Yeah, you like the lifestyle and the adoration. Oh yeah. That can be okay. Now that we can talk about that, right? Yeah. It can be overwhelming, and it can be almost like a drug. And when that gets taken away, I know I had an issue with this. I struggled with this. When you are so loved and then that goes away, you feel like yourself, who am I now? Well, yeah. Did you have that problem? Well, no, David's saying, and that he was always, I mean, your star just kept rising, right? Your star just kept rising. Did you have an issue with maybe your privacy, right? Yeah, he did. Okay, that was something that was very important to him, his family life, and and he understood. You understood, right? That when you become that famous, but it is difficult to give up your freedom. So yeah, okay. Any more questions for David? Oh, okay, yeah. So they're saying, how different? Okay, somebody's asking, how different do you feel in spirit versus when you were a physical David Bowie? Okay, so, right. Well, we'll see if you can channel through Diane, but let me just get this Okay. So you're saying that, okay, you reached a lot of people as David Bowie, right? Millions, 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 right? Right. And in different ways, all right? You would have liked to have been able to do more, maybe acting, which, yeah. So you kind of feel like maybe there was certain expectations that you would have liked to have branched out, but it wasn't seeming like it was going to be as successful, right. So yeah, so he's saying that he felt that his fans, yeah, you kind of feel, well, yeah, he's feeling he maybe couldn't expand to what he wanted to do necessarily, because maybe it wouldn't have been favorably accepted, right. So, but at times, okay. But now as David, yeah, you reach so many more people than you do. Not people, well, people and spirits, interdimensionals, yeah, throughout the universe now. So you are a spokesperson for your communication systems that you've put into play, and you've got many, many, many energies, spirits, people. Even there are humans actually helping you with this. Right. So he's saying, compared to what he did as David Bowie, he's reaching, yeah, so much more, so many more. Right. So you're affecting a lot more lives and energies than you did as David. Right. So yeah, it's massive. Okay, yeah, what you're doing now is massive. Well, yeah, I mean, you reach so many people as David Bowie, but he's saying nothing in comparison to what he's doing now. Nothing. Yeah, no. Right. Okay, and do you like that? He loves it. Okay. He loves, that's his whole. Right. I mean, you love it. That's part of the reason that you exist for yourself, right? Is to reach as many many beings, spirits, souls as possible. Right. So that is your main purpose for doing the work you do now, right? And as David, that was important too. But yeah, it's yeah. Right. Okay. Any more questions? Yeah, I think we've got one more coming in. Oh, okay, so they're asking, I don't know if you're going to answer this. Somebody's asking, what do you do now in your spare time if you have any? Okay, so yeah, okay, so he said, that's private, that's kind of private, but he will say that he does spend time with those he loves in spirit, and he doesn't get a lot of free time. Nope. Okay, yeah, okay. Now, how much time let me ask you this, how much time do you spend connecting with those on Earth? You spend a lot of time still doing that, right. So, yeah, so there are many, who are working with you still, right, on Earth, right. And they may not know they were actually working with David. They may not know that, right? And he said that's not important to him, that they know whether or not. They know that they are working with some type of energy, and but they don't necessarily know that it's David. Okay, yeah, you might have you might have another name. Okay, okay. So let's see if you can channel through Diane for just maybe a few seconds. We're not sure. Hold on. Yeah. Hello. It is, yeah. Oh no, it's just, well, I'm not used to speaking via, no, not often. I am not used to speaking through Diane. I have done it before in the past. Yeah. It is, well, it feels very unusual. It feels very, not uncomfortable necessarily, but it does not feel my normal self. And I understand that this is going to be so. Yes, it is, yes. What? Yes, okay, that is it. Because I am using Diane's body and Marc speaks through this body, there may be some overlap. There may be some times when I sound or say something that Marc might say. Yeah, I am just getting used to this body. Yeah, just give me a second, please. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. Marc, yeah. Marc is sitting to my left now. Yes, communication, I must say, is one of the most important things that, as now in spirit, I am working on. No, my name in spirit is not David. Of course it isn't. But it is much easier for everyone if I am called that. Communications with everyone is the most important thing, because knowledge is, yes, Marc, knowledge is so important. And yes, so that is why I would like to share. If somebody has knowledge, yes, if somebody is an expert in one field, the other person does not, person or being, it's easier to say person sometime, but that does not mean that we do not mean a spirit person or an interdimensional person. Then you can share that knowledge without having to adopt it all on your own. So this will spread. It will be a chain reaction. And then everyone can join together in a group and discuss. This is the key to knowledge. This is the key to knowledge. Yes, and different viewpoints. Yes. So I go about the universe, speaking about my communication system. Yes, that joins different frequencies together. Yes, because it isn't always easy for one frequency to connect to another. That is why it is sometimes hard for you, yes, on the earth, to access higher frequency information. It is because you are not vibrating at that same frequency. So it will be very difficult or more difficult to access higher frequency vibration. Right. Yes, exactly. So my that is it. Marc is wanting to point out. Also, many beings, different spirits, energies, it is if you are talking different languages. That is yes, a very good. And we want to be able to all speak together as one. My communication system has made this extremely, well, yes, much easier in order to be able to communicate together. Because everyone has maybe different ways of doing things, different viewpoints, different information. And if you say, okay, well, I do not agree with you, now we can say, okay, why? I can speak to you. I can understand your viewpoint. And maybe we can come to an arrangement and agreement and work together. Versus saying, yes, okay, so there could be a chance that somebody cannot even communicate. Right. And it could be that the frequency is different, the language is different. My system of communication has developed a system where you can join together better. It is very a complicated system, and I will not go into much detail about that, but it is enabling easier, more easily, thank you, more easily, energies to speak together and come together. Right, that is what is happening. That is what I am spending my time in spirit doing. Yeah. Okay. What? I'm back. Marc's back. Hello. Yeah. Yep. Well, how did that feel, David? A little stilted, huh? Yeah? Not used to it, huh? No. Yeah, well, it takes a long time, okay? It takes a long time for a spirit to work through a particular body. And it's taken me years and years to be able to speak through Diane, somewhat like Marc, okay? Yeah. Well, yeah, if David practiced every day with Diane's body, he would get more comfortable. Right. Okay, now, yeah, we got to wrap it up soon, but do you have somebody that you would like to bring on the show, David? You do? Okay, yeah. Okay, so who is this? Yeah, okay, yeah, can you please come forward? Yeah, okay. Now, who is this? Well, I know who it is, but we have to tell the audience. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. No. This is David's assistant. Marcus? Yep. You want to call yourself Marcus? Okay. Yeah? Okay. Yep. Well, I know you by another name. Okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. Marcus. Yeah. So, yeah. You work with David. Okay, so yeah, you're kind of is what you would call a right-hand dude, right? Yep, guy. Yeah, you're appearing male, of course, male. So what type of work do you do with David? Right. So he's saying basically, so he would be like a personal assistant, but no, I know. You're a personal assistant, but you know everything about David's communication system. So if David's, actually, you do. So you know even more about the technicalities of David's communication system than David does, actually. David is like, he oversees, he puts it into like, okay, this is what So, yeah, he's saying, so David oversees, he thinks a lot of, he imagines it, he envisions it, and then he goes out to others who have the expertise and says, how do we get this to work? Right. And so you're part of that. But you are also, so if David can't be somewhere, you would go in his place, something like that, right? Or if they needed to speak, somebody needed to speak to somebody about the technicalities of David's communication system, you would be the person well, I'm just going to say person. Yeah. Who would, right. So, okay, so what's the most exciting part of working with David? Okay, so he's saying the most exciting part of working with David is his, that he's not predictable. Yeah. So he's saying, okay, well, David could be saying one thing and then a second later completely change the subject and have another creative, wild idea that he wants to go, right now, let's get that done. So he's saying that's what's exciting about working with David. And also David will not take basically no for answer. You don't, so you couldn't tell David something wasn't possible, right? If David thinks that if he can envision it, it's possible, right? So he will do what he can to make something happen. And he will never give up. He will never, ever give up. Because David's saying, or Marcus is saying, even if it's not possible at that point in time, current time, it will be. It will be. Okay. And so that's what's special about David. Where somebody else might give up, David will say, okay, well, maybe it's not current now, or not, I can't do it now, but I will be able to. I will be able to. Right. So this is exciting. This is exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's saying like, if you can envision David, like, yeah, like a mad scientist in a lab, where he is just creating, yeah, pouring things into test tubes, and things are blowing up all over, but he doesn't care. He's going to keep doing it. Right. I agree. I agree. I agree. Sometimes I've sat and watched David, and yeah, you can see a spark in his eyes. Well, spirit eyes. Yeah, yep, yep. Or in your energy, I guess I should, yeah. And that will just start something that, who knows where it's going to go. Right, 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 right. So that, you're saying that's, so yeah, Marcus is saying that is the most exciting thing about working with David. Now, okay, so are you familiar with David when he was human, David Bowie? Okay, so Marcus is saying he was not on the earth when David was David Bowie, but of course he knows of his legend. He has listened to some of the music, but personally he's not familiar with that aspect of David's lives. Right. But he's saying he has been physical with him in another incarnation. And that was quite a while ago. Okay. David, you're being very quiet. Okay, well, okay, he's saying he doesn't want to interrupt. Okay, well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think time's running out. I gotta give the body back to Diane. Okay, well, thank you, Marcus, for coming on the show, and thank you for giving us, your current time feelings about working with David. Okay, and David, thank you for being the co-host this week. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, no, I want to do, yeah, bye. Yeah, I want to do just a bit of the light language. Okay, last week I did a healing. Okay, and this week I would like to speak to you all on a spirit level. Okay, so you may not understand what I am saying, but your spirit does. Okay, and yeah, well, yeah, it is going to give you some information. And so you can just tune into it if you want. You don't have to. But it is going to give you some. Okay, and yeah, so I am speaking to you on your spirit level. Right, okay. And there is a little bit of healing in there too. I'll put that in there. Okay, so hold on. Let me get into that mode. Okay, hold on. Yeah, can you do something else? It's going to be can you do something beyond of your big something beyond beyond filter the delta, which is beyond to get to the perfect shoot after we have be off the twitch here be up something be all to be off the be of something be out to be up here to be on to be shoot to be up off the on be to be up TTTT so big at yeah, that's it. Okay, so check in with your spirit self and see if you got that message. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is Marc signing off. And no, we won't be here next week. No, we won't be here next week. Okay, so we'll see you soon. Okay, thank you for joining the show today.